In 2050, 2/3 of the population will live in cities. But what will cities look like? Will they offer a good quality life? We thought about this, and we've combined some of the best Czech solutions that help create smart and sustainable cities, places where people want to live. Imagine yourself in a city of tomorrow, a city for your future. The first rays of sun wake the city up and pour energy into its veins. A smart grid assures efficient distribution of energy from local sources to the closest points of demand. Sharing energy gives a new meaning to your community and gets you in sync with the cycles of nature. Yet, the sun can power your house or charge a car, even at night. How so? Thanks to battery storage that accumulates solar energy from the day. Morning routines are easy with digital identity. Your work agenda is one click away with peace of mind about online security. Leaving for a meeting? Don't skip breakfast. Scientifically balanced food with 42 essential nutrients is available in seconds. Health is a priority. Want to know if you should walk, drive a shared car, or take public transport? A mobility app uses real-time data to find the best options and keep you on track. Our city is running on renewable sources, but not exclusively. Ultra-safe small reactors cover fluctuations and ensure the city is fully energy independent. Control systems weigh and measure vehicles as traffic flows by. Those that pass are allowed into the city. Overweight and oversized ones are reported and diverted to maintain functional and damage-free roads and infrastructure. AI crossroads make traffic lights responsive to people and traffic and alert drivers through co-op units in vehicles. No worries, crossing and driving the streets is safer than ever. Hello again, AI Vision. Thanks for solving parking for me. This used to be a nerve-wracking experience, not anymore. It's a pleasure to come across a smart pole with all the public goods it provides. A charger comes in handy. Leave fire risks and lengthy charging times in the past. Cars now have battery pack coolers. Smart trees revive the city environment. Greenery and water purify the air and alleviate your mood. Forget buying and validating tickets or being checked. Simply activate your transportation pass with digital identity. Did you know hydrogen trams are extra clean and need no overhead lines? Capacity issues in peak hours are eased by modularity. Autonomous modules expand trains where and when needed. Now, let's take a break and shop online for groceries. It saves you precious time and is effortless with a personalized guide. What's it like when sustainability, nutrition, and care for your health combine? The wide range of fresh local produce and data-driven superfoods provides a clear answer. Your favorite plant burger and cricket protein bar are no-brainers. Optimized logistics help deliver them to you when it suits you best with a minimal environmental footprint. Dynamic distribution of goods is crucial. AI sets strategic locations for logistics centers to supply the city with max efficiency. Using satellites and data from space, your order is processed where it makes most sense. Eager for locally produced premium quality food? Meet and appreciate the hydroponic, aquaponic and cricket farms, transforming the power of the sun into valuable nutrition. Cricket farms upcycle organic waste and provide environmentally friendly proteins. These can enhance any common food, such as fruit bars. Hydroponic farms grow plants with no need for soil. Picture an ecosystem where the sun, water and bumblebees, helped by people and robots, work together in harmony. Aquaponic farms bet on natural synergy between plants and fish. The circular system saves water and guarantees 100% organic produce. Great, plants are ready for harvest. Why not use some of them to create high-tech, nutrient-charged meals, such as your favorite green burger? Let's take a ride with fresh supplies. Autonomous robots assure the flow of goods in the production area and last-mile deliveries to customers. Warehouses use software predicting demand and supply. What a relief in optimizing production and stock. It saves energy and prevents waste. Want to look inside? AI-driven X-ray vision checks quality and makes sure your orders are on track. A shipping software arranges the best means of transport and generates cloud documentation. Cargo drones are convenient for deliveries as they ease ground traffic. Rest assured, automation and robots make your deliveries smooth and reliable, and they liberate people for more creative tasks. The drone finds your location. Ready? SMS, go! With the Galileo satellite system, it knows where and you know when. Ever seen your city from a bird's eye view? There is so much going on. Big data is no longer a scary phenomenon, but a valued advisor integrated into a smart city platform. The infrastructure responds to events and people stay informed via a public portal. Grid analytics is just one of many layers where real-time data helps detect and promptly solve problems. No more blackouts. Nature suits the city centre. Green facades clean the air and cool down building envelopes by up to 30 degrees Celsius. Curious where all the water comes from? Capillary irrigation uses wastewater, a cleaning technology, and plant roots recycle and reuse it. Even bees feel at home here. Remotely monitored beehives give them full comfort. Add a rooftop microfarm and you have perks no employee would reject. A simple verification and the package is yours. New energy for your meeting. Accessing buildings has never been easier. Open the door with a simple phone gesture and you are logged in to enjoy all amenities at hand. Feel free to use HerberShares or dive into a hybrid office experience to check occupancy and handle workspace bookings. Time to enjoy meetings. Modular partitions with noise cancellation and digital blinds allow for privacy. Let's turn them into interactive walls. All files are at your fingertips, securely accessed with digital identity. How to keep everyone fresh and focused. Intelligent sensors maintain the optimal values of the interior with the environmental index. Yes, signing off. What are your plans for tonight? Hybrid personal aircraft make vertical takeoff and landing possible anywhere within a 700-kilometer radius. Where to? Beach? Mountains? Meeting friends in another city? Or joining family at home? The sky opens all options for you.
Děkuju. Ještě jedna věc. Vedle běží.
Ještě jednou.
Jak to tady má být za rouškama?
Když budeš mluvit, tak nemusíš. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again. For those of you who are here sitting, it's a little bit more comfortable than for of you who are in the restaurant, but the streaming goes there as well. It's a big pleasure and honor at the same time to welcome you here in the Czech Pavilion on the Expo 2020 in Dubai. And this welcome is not only for you here in the pavilion, but also for you who are watching us online wherever you are. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being with us. It's a big pleasure for us tonight. And tonight we will speak about the Czech contribution for smarter, more comfortable and more sustainable living in the cities. You know, we came just a few days ago from a city with a history of more than 1,000 years, from Prague. And we came to the city where future is seen on every corner. Here in Dubai, once you come back in 1 year, you see something new, something amazing, something breathtaking, groundbreaking. So for sure, we are right now in a city which is the fastest developing city in the world. So it's quite special to be in this city and to speak about the future of smart cities. That's something really unique and special. And as His Highness Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum says, and now is the quote, "The future belongs to those who can imagine it, design it and execute it. It isn't something you await, but rather create." So, His Highness, and according to this, we will speak about the creations made in Czech. Smart solutions for better life in cities, invented, designed and executed in our beautiful country, the Czech Republic, shorter Czechia. So tonight you will hear about the best 3D printers in the world, about autonomous delivering robots, about clever transport solutions, about data mining and analyzing in every field, about artificial intelligence in every field, about smart applications, for example, for real estate market, and many, many more. But before we begin to talk about those Czech companies inventing better future for our cities, let me introduce and ask for opening speech His Excellency Czech Minister of Industry and Trade, Mr. Josef Síkela.
Thank you, Peter. May I?
Whatever you want, sure.
Excellencies, deputy ministers, ambassador, distinguished guests, I see a lot of faces from yesterday, and I'm also happy to see new faces today. The first thing I want to say, you asked me for a speech. I'm not sure it will be a speech. You see, I'm an old-fashioned guy.
That's much better, even.
My daughter is much better with this than I am. So I have some thoughts and remarks collected during this day. And the initial idea, and please let me a little bit misuse my authority of being a minister and change the approach. I was initially asked to give you prepared answers on prepared questions. I will not do so because I didn't manage to prepare the prepared answers.
And I was not.
I was able to read it, and I didn't like the questions, and I even
That was not mine questions, you know.
Didn't like the answers. So, but let me share my experience from past 2 days. The last meeting we had today was with representatives of local municipalities, with Ras Al Khaimah, Dubai, and Al Ain. And why I'm mentioning it, I will come to it today. We are here on Expo, and Expo is the idea where the countries of the world, and I think here are present more than 190 countries, should present the best what they can show. The best inventions, the best ideas, the best productions, with respect, with topics which are popping up, sustainability, renewable resources, and. And we have here companies, we have here the idea to present the vision, our vision, the Czech vision of the future, based purely on technologies which are offered and available with Czech companies. I was today asked, can you give us showcases? Can you show us where all what you present here already works? And I said, of course, there was 2 years of COVID, and we have fragmented approaches, but what we do not have now is a village or city in Czech Republic where we can show everything what will be shown here, like a showcase where everything is connected, works together. One of the things, or one of the takeaways I wrote down today is the idea from one of the neighborhood pavilions, and it was the city of 15 minutes. This is what I like. Everything what you need should be available in the walking distance of 15 minutes. Why? Because more than 2/3 or more than 75% of the population should live in the big cities by 2050, 60. I don't know. We have the advantage that the population in Czech Republic is not growing up so fast. The people just moved to Prague, not only from Czech Republic, but from Slovakia and other countries. But what is extremely important is that I am coming from business where keeping promises is a must. And I can assure you for Ministry of Industry and Trade that we will support you. We will support you through different initiatives. We will support the export. We will support your businesses in different territories. But what we need from you, that you will keep your promises on the spot. Because I was today asked if all the companies are prepared to deliver. And I said, I'm sure that the majority of the companies is ready to deliver. So I give the promise for you, and what I expect from you is that you will keep my promise towards your customers. And I have here the representatives of municipalities sitting here, and they said, we do not want only to buy, we want to collaborate. And I believe that collaboration is a thing of the future, because we are a small country, we have a limited resources, And if we can join the efforts together with foreign partners, we will speed up, we can speed up, and we will be much faster in our approach of the smart city, of the better living for our people, for your people, and this is basically what we need to do and why we are here. This is our first experience with this rotated exhibition, and I hope that we will get from you, from our clients, from our companies, because I perceive you as a client of Ministry of Industry and Trade, that you will come back and tell us it was a pretty good format. It really helped because we have new contacts, we have new businesses, and we can really extend our business not only here within United Arab Emirates, but also to go in the neighborhood countries or maybe to other continents. So I hope this event and the whole presentation of Czech Republic here within Expo 2022 will be of success. I wish you, all of you, to Czech companies, to Emirati representatives, to other guests from abroad, all the best for the future, because we are living in exciting times. We face a change which is very unique and which is comparable to big changes from the past, and we have a luck and the obligation to deliver for the future and especially for our children. So good luck, and I wish you all the best, and I wish you a pleasant evening. I don't know how long I can stay because I should meet a colleague from other foreign ministry, but we will definitely have a chance to continue our talks we started already in the plane or during yesterday's meeting. So thank you very much for the invitation and for having me here, and all the best.
Wow. So thank you very much to Minister of Trade and Industry, Mr. Josef Síkela. What a speech. It was an opening speech, a good one. Thank you. Thank you for this. I know 2 opening speeches in a row, it's killing. But we have 2, but it will be a very short one, I can assure you. But we have to give the podium to our today's host. It's Commissioner General of the Czech participation on Expo, Mr. Jiří František Potužník.
2, 1, 2.
Yeah,
I got it. Welcome to the Czech Pavilion. I absolutely agree what was said, and let me just complete the invitation to the Czech Pavilion and hopefully to the Czech Republic as well, with one feeling. I visited some other pavilions, and what I can say proudly about the Czech one is that the Czech Pavilion is real. It's real thanks to the innovations we have in here. Those are working, not just pretending that we will do something in the future. It's already existing. The pavilion and exhibition is real thanks to the Czech SMPs and even big companies, because we have like more than 100 Czech companies presenting in a sort of way in the Czech Pavilion or during the exposition. And the pavilion is real in a term of the number of visitors. We have already more than 500,000 people who visited the Czech Pavilion, and I do believe that those are not only the visitors, like visitors, but some of them are keen about the cooperation in the field of industry, but as well in a field of art or modern art. So thank you very much again for coming. Thank you very much for the participation, and thank you very much for you are real. And if you don't mind, can I kindly, Mr. Minister, can I kindly ask you again to come to us, and I will ask what's real, but it's very difficult to touch. It's a time. But the Czech company, one of those are participating in here, has provided us with a special gift. This is the limited edition of the Czech watches. Those are only like 3 in the world. And I'm going to be honored if you can take one of those, please. So. Oops. Oh, sorry. It was real as well, sorry. I'll take it off.
I do not know, it's great, I do not know if I can. Conflict of interest, bribes, whatever. You know, I remember I was visiting the mobile phone company in Seoul. Yeah? You might know Samsung or how it's called, and they also gave me a gift.
Okay, so please take it, and afterwards we will charge it for you.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. It's gonna be completely legal.
No, really.
Okay.
I got a mobile phone. And I asked my secretary to deal with all the administration, what does it mean? And after, I think, 2 weeks, she told me, don't accept any kind of gift again.
So sorry for that, but this is the Czech company.
Thank you very much. I hope,
Anyway,
it will not create
Thank you for your courage to accept that, but those are excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your attention, and welcome to Czech Pavilion.
It's really nice.
I just got to remind you that it is streamed, so everyone in the Czech Republic knows now that you got it. So I'm really sorry for that.
Me too.
Okay. So I will think how I can deal with it.
We will find a way.
Really,
We will find a way.
very appreciated. Thank you very much.
If anyone wants to see the pavilion, please ask our hostesses. Those are ready to provide you through and to give you more information about everything you can see in here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Mr. Potočnik, once again for this and for this fun at the beginning of our conference, or what is it, or for our evening. What we are now going to do is to present some Czech companies and their ideas and solutions for better future, for better cities, for better living in the cities. And the first panel we will have right now, it's called Czech Conquering the World. It's quite daring title, isn't it? I think it's a bit cheeky, but you will see that some of those solutions and ideas are really world-class. So the first who is coming to us is Mr. Pavel Dvořák from the company Igloo. The company named Data from Sky is represented by Mr. Vojtík. And I mentioned one that you will hear about the world-class 3D printers, and those printers, they bear the name of Josef Průša. So guys, just take your seats and microphones, and we shall begin. And it's quite easy. I will ask you just at the beginning what your company does, and how it can contribute for better living in a city. So let's start with Igloo.
Hello, my name is Pavel Dvořák. I am from Igloo. It's a new company, startup. We are a JV, joint venture with CSOB. It's a bank in Czech Republic from the group of KBC. And second part of this JV is a Stratus data system from North America. And we are building integrated financial real estate platform for professionals from real estate market and for consumers.
Yeah, that's very nice that you said what you are doing, but what it does, this system, how is it better for me as a customer, or for me as a developer or real estate agent?
Well, imagine you can find your future home, flat, building, and you can buy it through our platform instantly, including mortgage, including insurance, including energy providers, changing you can rent it, and so on.
So
on the
basically,
one place.
I don't have to go there. I don't have to go to my bank or somewhere. Everything will be done by your system?
Exactly. But in this moment, we are waiting for bank ID to approve bank ID sign to be accepted by land registry, to accept purchase contract.
Okay, so where does it work? Just in the Czech Republic or worldwide? Is it because it's quite, it's not easy because everywhere it's a different law and so on.
This things works in New York, where you can find it from gobi.com, which allows to collaborate of real estate professionals on the market.
So it means that your software and your system is behind, and this is just the face of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you can sell it to anyone who wants it, right?
We don't want to sell it. We want to build it
yeah.
and expand.
So, and you are present here in Dubai and somewhere?
No. You can look at our new webpage, igloo.cz. We are preparing a Czech solution, which will be started during this quarter.
Okay, but you are not present in Dubai yet. Are you planning to be?
Maybe.
That's one of the biggest real estate markets in the world. You should.
Sure. We want to adapt in Central Europe, in Czech Republic, and expand through land influence of KBC, which is financial partner which allow us to provide financial products and insurance and this
internationally.
This solution.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Pavel. The second company we have here present is Data from Sky. Pavel Vojtík. What your company does, Pavel?
Hello, nice to see you here. Our company is doing quite a lot of things. Our main focus, what we are presenting here in Dubai, is AI and computer vision. We do stuff with cameras, but not just with them, and we're analyzing real-time data or doing the post-processing.
But what do you analyze? So that you have cameras and you are just watching people home or what?
Well, right now we are analyzing with a drone up there hanging just from the ceiling how many people is coming directly to this event.
With the drones?
With the drones.
Oh, right.
For example, that's why we call Data from Sky. We started with the drones, but right now we are running in the cameras mounted on the walls or anywhere, and we can get quite a lot of data. We can get a lot of traffic data, and we can actually influence the traffic in a city. For example, there is a company in Dubai, SciTech, that are, I think, present right now here, and they do traffic controlling. They changing the lights on the streets, and we can give them hard data, and they do the decision based on the data we are giving them.
So you are collecting the data across the city, and you are able to analyze it so that you can say, put a red light on this street?
Yes, we can send a request for a green, or for example, if you have some old people walking on a zebra crossing, we can send a control request to, hey, give them a little bit longer time to pass. So even the people that are slower, maybe disabled, can get their time to cross the zebra crossing, the crosses. We do quite a lot of things, and not just for traffic. We've been discussing today also usage in skyscrapers. In the US, we have a customer that is actually using our technology in the skyscrapers to save money and actually to have a skyscraper more sustainable. How he's doing? He's already got the cameras for security reasons, obviously. And he just add our server and our software to analyze how many people is in what segment of the skyscraper. And then he's sending the right amount of air conditioning, cool air, fresh air, heating, whatever he needs. So actually making his building more sustainable and saving money. We can also help municipalities to earn money by violating system, doing the violations for them, for example, red light violation, because that's really dangerous and should be fine in my opinion. or we can help everyone in a city to get from one point to other much faster because we improve the flow in the city. And that's actually how our software called. It's called Flow.
Flow.
It's a framework.
It sounds very smart, but scary at the same time. So it means that we are watched all the time by your cameras and drones.
Yeah, but all the data are anonymized. We are not collecting anything personal.
How can I believe you?
Well, with our
How do you do it? How do you anonymize the data?
we watch the picture, or basically the camera, the software watch the picture, and it's like a little kid. We are teaching the software how to recognize a thing. So I always say we're having programmers and teachers. Programmers do all the dirty job, and then teachers teaching the software. This is a person, this is a cyclist, this is a handicapped person, this is a car, this is a truck, this is a bus, and so on and so on. And we are not limited just by those usages. We can teach the software to recognize whatever it's in the view and it's moving.
Okay.
And we do it trajectory based. So you've got always the whole trajectory of the object moving in, and you can get quite a lot of data.
And Pavel, if I understand it right, do you have to have your own hardware as well, the cameras and drones, or you can just send the software somewhere and it will do it?
We are working in multiple different ways. We can run on embedded devices. You can buy them from us, or you can supply them locally. We can run in some special cameras that are designed to run AI software in. And also we can run on servers that might be provided by us, and in Europe they are provided by us. But when we come overseas, for example, USA, Canada, it doesn't really make sense, and it's not sustainable to sending hardware from Europe overseas. It's not a green solution, so we're always trying to find local partners. We've been discussing today if we can maybe manufacture some cameras locally. So we are not coming just with the thing, we are selling our product, but we are looking for partners. We are looking for someone who trying to think and believe in a better future, who trying to do things right and help the people.
This is the collaboration Mr. Sikala spoke about.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and you mentioned that you are present in the US and the skyscrapers. And are you present here in
yes, in the Middle East? In Emirates, Gordon, hello. We have our partner Gordon. He's actually done a lot of work. He's the one hanging a drone here. And we've done more than 10 projects with him, and he's a drone operator. Then we have a company, Tatvir. I see them somewhere here. They will be around. And they are actually the partner that we are using as a gate to entering other markets as well, because Middle East is a really good place to sell ideas, to sell. They are really good early adopters because they believe in you. If you find the right friend and you've gained the trust, you can do things that you cannot do anywhere else, because no one will trust you that you can do that thing in a month, or you can do something else in a short term, or that you can really deliver something you promised. But they do believe you. They believe they're putting the trust in you.
And you deliver.
Yeah, we deliver. That's the main point. In the Middle East, we have more than 3,000 devices running our software.
3,000?
More than
Wow.
3,000 devices, and running on more than 6,000 cameras. So I think it's quite a serious number.
It is.
And hopefully after today's conference, we gain some new customers. I have no doubt about that.
Data from Sky. Pavel, thank you.
Thank you very much.
So it was quite interesting what your company and what your software and your solution can do for the smarter cities, but what 3D printers, Josef, can do for smarter living and more sustainable living in cities.
Hello, thank you for the invitation. It's an honor to represent Czech Republic here at Expo Dubai. So I do make and sell 3D printers. There is an interesting catch about them. We actually print the parts for the printers. So they are...
It's always so tricky when you say this.
They are self-replicating. We have the largest 3D printing farm in the world in Prague. And there is a piece of how it will look in the future upstairs. So I invite you to come see it there. But in the regards of smart cities and sustainability, what I think is the best part about 3D printing is that you can make things locally. You don't have to ship a simple code hook packaged in packaging all around the planet, and you just open it and discard the packaging. But especially now already for the simpler products, you can print them easily, and they are sometimes even quicker to print than to go and order it somewhere in the shop.
So you just send the data and somewhere they will print it out?
Yes. Yes, and there was actually an interesting field test during the pandemic about this, as there was a shortage of personal protective equipment all around the planet, and Czechia was no different. So we were thinking what we will do, and we found out that we can quite easily make face shields, and so we designed one, certified it. We ourselves ended up printing 250,000 and giving it away.
250,000?
Yes, but as we do even the printers open source, we open source the design too, and we shared it online. And as the design was proven and was very efficient, people all around the planet started printing it. And why is it interesting? Because you remember that some places, some cities were completely locked down, so there was no possibility of getting the stuff into there. We had this example even in Czechia, and there are printers everywhere. We have literally on every island there are people, we know that there is one of our printers. So especially in these remote communities, they were able to make their own personal protective equipment, and they wouldn't be able otherwise. And I know this is a little bit extreme, of an extreme case, but you can imagine if we tested this on a such large scale, these more mundane or typical everyday use items will be just the next step.
So do you think every household should have a 3D printer, of course, of your mark?
I would love that. But I think what will be the next step, same as when photocopier came to market, it wasn't in every household. So you had copy centers, and I can imagine having someone who does printing on demand in every smaller city or in every village. I think that's quite possible in the next decade.
Okay, so what you mentioned that here upstairs we can see your printers calibrated in like a big farm. How many printers are there?
There's, I think, 30.
30?
Yes.
And you said that in future, but it's quite a near future when it can operate.
Yes, well, the farm upstairs is a real product. We are expecting to do deliveries in roughly a year. But we sell the printers you can buy for your home right now, and you can buy them for just 400 euros.
400 euros. Okay, that's quite good. But farm like this with 30 printers, is it usable for a client?
That is more of an industrial solution. Okay. So you don't have to run around the printers, and everything is done automatically. If we are talking about sustainability, what I think, and is one of the use cases of the farm we have upstairs, is the fact that there are large warehouses just storing replacement parts for warranties of a lot of products, but most of them don't end up being used. So after several years, they just become landfill. And instead of this, you can have much smaller space. If you optimize the replacement parts for 3D printing, you can just print them on demand. Or you can have one on each continent and just pump out everything from your ERP just into the farm and package it and send it to the customer. So I think there is a lot of stuff in this world which is made and never used, which I find fascinating. And this could be one way to I wouldn't say solve all of it, but at least ease the burden of all this unnecessary stuff.
That sounds pretty clever to me. That was Josef and Bruchard 3D printers, Pavel from Data Sky, and Pavel from Igloo. The guys, the Czechs, conquering the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, and the next panel we will have is focused on logistic, because the top logistic is the key in the city for the future. Let me introduce Mr. Wojciech Cuchy from Logio, Mr. Josef Kašpar from Czech Airspace Research Center, and Jan Nejvárek from Brink Auto. And again, guys, the rules are the same. Just present your company and how your company can help us to live better, smarter, and more sustainable in the city. So let's start with Wojciech, Logio.
Hello, my name is Wojciech Cuchy. I represent company Logio. And what we do, we design and optimize supply chains and distribution networks. And we have also developed our own software for managing inventories based on the artificial intelligence-based prediction of future demand. And if you ask how this helps cities,
yeah.
If you look at cities like Dubai or Prague, you can see every day thousands of trucks delivering thousands of tons of goods to supermarkets, to pharmacies, to other shops. And obviously the goal should be to reduce the amount of trucks and to reduce the traffic. So one of the effects is that we help with this one. The other effect would be that a lot of goods in the trucks are delivered, but they might not be needed at the time, and sometimes they even get obsolete, they are not sold, they are even expired and thrown away. And the solutions that we have help to eliminate this waste, and goods that are produced are always consumed in the end because we know that it's needed.
So that sounds good, but can you prove it that it really works, that you reduce number of trucks and the number of like storage places your clients would need without you?
Yeah, look at, for example, there are many companies, look at some retail network, right? So supermarket chains with hundreds of stores in the city with thousands of items on stock. And the way how they manage inventory usually is that every day the lady in the shop orders the goods. But if they use the artificial intelligence-based demand prediction on the level of the item and the location where it is, the system can generate and calculate the future demand and understand what inventory should be delivered the next day to support that. So especially with the fresh food, for example, you don't bring the vegetables and fruits that will be thrown away in the end. So this is the effect. And there are the biggest retailers in the Czech Republic use that. The biggest pharmacy chains in the Czech Republic use that, and in Europe as well.
And if I'm not mistaken, even the Pilsner Urquell, the producer of the Czech beer, which is here, is your client, right?
Yes, they are our client. What we did for them, we helped them with the distribution network design. We helped them to understand how they should deliver their goods, the beer, to their clients. Should they deliver with big trucks to big distribution centers, or should they deliver directly to the stores, to supermarkets, and so on?
And what was the solution?
This is well, the first one, which I said, that was a software that we produce and deliver to clients, and they use it on a daily basis.
Right.
This one is advisory and consulting. And our experts, using the tools that we also have, help them and advise them how they should organize their distribution network.
Okay, so I was just a little bit confused about the name of the company. It's Logio or Logio?
Logio. It's a Czech pronunciation.
All right.
In Italy they call us Logio, but it's Logio.
Okay, so and your business here in Emirates starts, or it's already there?
It's starting. It's not here yet. We are looking for a local implementation and sales partner who would represent the company here on this Emirates market and in whole Middle East. So we hope that we will find a way how to attract the attention of some companies in this field.
That was Wojciech from Logio. Thank you. Josef Kašpar, Czech Airspace Research Center. I'm saying it in English because the Czech abbreviation is really a tough one.
Yeah, but it's very creative for the web pages.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this type of letters is unbelievable.
Yeah. So, but how airspace and the research in airspace can help a city? I don't get it.
It's easy. At the beginning, we are creating technologies in aviation and space ahead of industry. So we are looking to the future, we are preparing something. And then, in that time, we are creating autonomous flying machine which can take mass of 400 kilograms or 4 people from place to place.
It's like a big drone or what?
Yeah, but it's not drone. It's a real aircraft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because you know the density of population and properties and buildings, mainly in Europe, is very difficult. So there is only way to use other ways. So the sky is one way, and space is second way. It's not for transportation of goods or people, but we can use space as a center point of informations which we can use on ground.
Like the data.
Data, yeah. It's about telecommunication. It's about data transferring, quick data transferring, and it's also about the pictures of the Earth, because we have very high cameras with high resolution, so we can see very precisely each point in the Earth very effectively than drones.
We are watched by the data from sky, we are watched by you too,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so we have to beware this. How far is the future you mentioned about the aircraft for 4 people or for goods of 400 kilos?
You know, it's a very difficult question, because I am in UAV area from the 1997, and there is no movement to real life. Mm-hmm. So we are starting with cargo, because it's much more easier, because we can use something like flying highways for this, and then we will step by step continue with the people. Yeah, because I think that there is no problem in technical point of view, but there is problem with the people, because it's without a pilot.
Yeah, but this is a problem. But come on, the Slovak brothers, they have a flying car already, and there was approved yesterday it can go to the sky.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
It's crazy, but it flies.
Yeah. You know, because one of this topic is logistics. We know that transportation of goods and other things is the main point of the business. So I think that this is a very smart to start with the cargo as a main point, and the passengers will be wait for the future.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and what about your business here in Emirates? Starting, or considering to start?
Started. We are here to make contacts with UAE's space agency and other companies, and start a long-term relationship, because space and also unmanned aerial systems are very difficult to arrange it with the one country. It's international point of view.
Again, collaboration.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, that was Josef Kašpar. Thank you very much. And now, this is some interesting part, because this is something really coming from the future, at least for me. And this is the company which is called Brink Auto. And in the name is the purpose of the company, right?
Exactly.
Jan
Yes.
Najvarek will present you the company.
Good evening. I'm from Brink Auto. The reason why we are existing is that we believe that we need to robotize last mile delivery. So we are focusing on delivering, or implementing cars which will deliver parcels to your home or to your work. This is a long-term vision. What we are focusing now is last mile delivery in the industrial complexes, in campuses, which is much easier from the legislation point of view, and it's close to production.
So right now you have a car which it's autonomous car, right? Without a driver.
Exactly.
It's a robot.
It's a robot, electrical, can be teleoperated or can be in autonomous mode.
Okay, and it works right now in the companies, in the factories.
We have 3 prototypes already. We do pilots, for example, in a chemical plant in the Czech Republic, in Ostrava, where we are actually delivering samples across the complex. We are planning to go on production next year.
Mm-hmm. But your plan is also to deliver to me, to my home.
Exactly.
With the same type of car?
Why not? Yeah, we believe, for the last mile delivery, actually it's a bottleneck of the e-commerce, because e-commerce is growing very fast, but we need to deliver the goods, and there is not enough people actually to do the delivery, guys. So yes, you can deliver by drones, you can deliver by small robots on footpaths, but we believe, for the scale, we need regular cars which can deliver multiple packages at a time.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 challenges for that. First is legislation.
Right.
Currently it's not possible. That's why we are focusing on industrial complexes. And secondly is technological. We are very close to it, but not close enough. So we need to do a few more years of development to have really reliable and affordable autonomy.
No, that was my question, which would be coming when I will see the first Bring auto coming to my street or to the street of Dubai.
Well, if you go to US, you can find such cases, also pilot ones.
Because they have the legislation already.
Exactly, exactly. But that's why actually we are in Dubai, because this is a city which is known as an early adopter of our innovations, and we are already in discussion how we can deploy our cars here.
Really? So when we will see Bring auto in Dubai first?
I don't know yet, but hopefully in 2 years.
In 2 years?
We'll see.
Okay, and this is the same time when we will see also the first moving vending machine, which I saw on your webpage. That not only the last mile delivery, but when I will want to have a beer or Coca-Cola, it will come to me.
Exactly, and maybe actually that's closer than the public street.
Is it?
Because you can do it in closed gate areas where you have your own legislation. So yes, we actually have a robotic platform which is flexible and can be used for deliveries. We talk about vending machines. We were talking about a sprayer of the streets, or actually garbage disposals, for example.
Okay.
That all can be automated.
So, and you know already where you will produce those cars?
Sorry?
Where?
Where? Well, currently, now, the closest implementation is really in this closed gate areas, like factories or students' campuses.
This I understood.
Yeah.
My question was, where do you want to produce the cars, like the spot where they will be produced?
We would love to do it in the Czech Republic, of course, but we are open. Actually, if you want to go to production and to be scalable, you actually need to create a car. So actually, we are preparing the case for the automotive companies, which are able to produce in scale and with the economics meaning.
Do they listen to you?
Not yet, but I'm working hard on it.
Okay, maybe after this evening they will understand more. That was Jan Najvárek from Bring Auto. Thank you.
Thank you.
Josef Kašpar from Czech Airspace Research Center. And Wojciech Suchy from Logio. Thank you, guys. I know it's not easy to listen to such presentations when you know that beside you is a beer, especially here in Dubai. So don't hesitate. If you want a beer, you can go and grab one for sure. But right now we will speak about smart buildings. We are in a city where that's like a construction site. It's the biggest construction site in the world. So let's speak about buildings, smart buildings. And let's invite Jan Musil from Likos, Josef Šachta from Sherry, and Max Vertelecki from Spasady. You guys, let's speak about the buildings. How can be the buildings smarter and better for our living? Let's start, Honza, with Likos. What do you do for a better living in the city?
So basically our mission is to create buildings which are better for people and nature. So there's kind of two sides to it. One is in the interiors, office spaces. We do modular constructions, glass partitions, movable walls, and interactive panels, one of which is displayed here at Expo, which is nowadays being used a lot for hybrid cooperation, video calls, etc. And then on the outside of the buildings, when we talk about smart cities, I think that it's often talked a lot about technology, but we forget that you can have a very smart city, but if we don't solve the climate issue, you won't be able to live in it, or you'll be just living inside, which I think nobody really wants to do. So we're greening up the buildings with green facades, green walls, and basically by that we aim to cool down the cities, reduce pollution, and solve a lot of issues, actually. I think that one of the smartest devices in the world is a tree, because it basically needs just water, sunlight, and it resolves a lot of issues. And I often also come across people who say that, for example, here nearby, you have a lot of greenery which is being watered, and you might think that that's a bad thing because we're wasting water, but in fact it has a natural cooling effect, because each tree has a cooling effect of 1 kilowatt, which is like a big air conditioning unit. So all the water you use for watering the greenery basically is used as a cooling agent for the city. So and that's what we try to do on the buildings. So because in cities you don't have enough spaces to build big parks and plant a lot of trees.
Jan, do we speak about the future or about the present? Do you have such a building already?
I think we're talking about the present. So our own factory, our own company is basically fully green, operational, and for example, all the wastewater from our buildings, we're cleaning it through plants. So the water from toilets, showers, etc. We clean it with a special system on the facades and roofs of the buildings, where the bacteria living in the roots of the plants can actually purify the water. Then we store the water in a lake, and then we can reuse it for watering of the greenery, which creates this cooling effect for the environment.
Okay, so there can be, on the facade, can be any type of plant, or is it like limited for special?
Pretty much. I mean, we kind of have two different systems. One is, let's say, a natural Czech environment where we do a meadow, so like a grass type of facade. And then we have a system where we use all green plants, which remain green throughout the season. And that's also something that we try to basically. What we do and what we did with our buildings is that if you build a building on top of a green land, usually you destroy the environment, you destroy the nature, or you damage it severely. And with the way we build buildings, you actually create a better ecosystem when the building is there. So there is more square meters of greenery, there is much more water, which attracts a lot of animals. It cools down the whole surrounding area. So that's the idea. You build a building which actually improves the natural environment around it.
Do you already have like a developer using your facade?
Yeah, it's becoming, I mean, you can see in Expo a lot of, I think everywhere where you talk about a smart city, on visualizations and now also in real life, you can see greenery, right? So it's becoming more and more standard also in the Czech Republic.
It's just the neighboring pavilion of Singapore. they copied you completely.
Yeah, unfortunately, but their plans don't look that well. So,
So, and your business here in Emirates, starting or started already?
we do some business in Emirates. A couple of years ago we did a big project for Masdar City, which was supposed to be the first smart, sustainable city, which didn't really work out, as it quite often is with these projects. And we want to expand here even more because we also have a production facility in India where we operate for the last couple of years. So our idea is to basically to be able to operate the Middle Eastern and Southeast Asia markets from the production facility in India.
Okay, that was Jan from Lycos. Thank you.
Thank you.
And what is sherry? Everyone knows what is sherry, but sherry written with A. Josef, can you explain? It's not the drink, unfortunately.
No, you are right. It's from the word share, and the other version is that my wife is Sharka, but
Okay.
but it's from the word share.
So what it does, how your company can contribute for a smarter living?
I will try to be clear. So basically, we replace the access badge, by your phone. I believe that actually, if you are thinking what's the relationship between people and space, I believe it's key. Like the key is expression of your relationship to some specific space. And so we believe that key is really important. And after the piece of metal and plastic card, now we are using phones. And we can add many other functions next to the fact that you can open the door or turnstile. We can also manage parking, you can book your workstation, you can communicate with the building and so on. But everything is around the key. And if you are asking about how it influences the city, I think that we are in the phase when everyone is talking about hybrid work. And the relationship between the one person and the specific space, like the workplace, it's getting to be actually weaker and more flexible. And if you have this key in the phone, it's actually much easier to distribute access to different workplaces. And so it really supports flexibility in the city.
So, and it is only software or application, or it is also a device which has to be in the building somewhere?
We are a software house, and we are actually proud of the fact that we are hardware agnostic. It means that because most of our clients are huge landlords, and they have like 20 plus buildings with different hardware, different access control systems, and we need to cover all of them. So for us, it's actually important to be hardware and even like the software agnostic, so our platform can cover all of them.
Mm-hmm. So, and is it also that it's more flexible? It's clear when I want to go to my shared place somewhere or to my own office, that I understand. But how it can contribute to like a more sustainable living in the city?
There is a huge trend which is called hub and spoke. I don't know if you have heard about it. It's based on the fact that the company doesn't need to have only one headquarters in the city, but they can have actually one in the center and then many other sites around. So it actually supports that the people don't need to travel so much. Okay. And the other thing which is connected to our product is that we are also able to manage flexibly the parking. And what we are trying to do, and that's something where we really can help to the cities, is that we won't enable like public cars to enter the garages under the office buildings, because they are really most of the time empty. Every evening, every weekend, they are just empty. So we are trying, and we are discussing that with our clients, to open these garages to residents around and to the public. So, and again, it's about access. You need to be able to manage access smoothly and in a flexible way.
So right now we are in one of the smartest cities in the world, probably. Your business here is already there or not yet?
Actually, it's I can say we are already here because we have already several corporate clients that are using our solution in all their offices across the world, and they have office also here. So we will be here really soon at one of these offices, but definitely we want to be much more active here, and we would like to repeat our success from New York City here as well.
Yeah, because you are in New York in one Vanderbilt skyscraper. Not such a case here in Emirates yet.
No, here we are only at one office as for our corporate clients.
Okay, thank you very much, Josef. And now Max has,
Thank you.
Max has a little bit more complicated situation because he's gonna speak about the same business, right? Or quite a similar one.
I would say that all of us, we are bringing the future of property technologies, together. And space-T, as referring to our name, stands for space-time. And what we actually do, we are a smart building experience platform that analyzes 3 types of building data. First type of data is related to the building data, such as environmental qualities, energy, air quality, CO2, temperature, humidity. Second type of data...
So this is what you collect from the building?
Yes, from the building itself.
Yeah.
Second layer of data is the experience data. So that's how the users of the building, occupiers, actually use it. How much time they spend in the meeting rooms, in the desks, how much is parking being used, how many resources are being utilized throughout the days, weeks, and months. And last layer of data is actually the personal data. It's how we as humans, people in those buildings, interact with the building by making reservations of desks, parking lots, lockers, and all of the other types of resources. And I personally believe that this type of data is the new oil.
Okay, so and again, it's just the data collecting, but it's data collecting and analyzing, or do you produce a device hardware as well?
So actually, we do produce our own devices made in Czech Republic, and those devices are 5 types of products. It's fully designed, engineered in a really aesthetic way, and they are wireless. So it is really easy to retrofit to any existing buildings, because here in Dubai is one of the examples where you see a lot of new high-rise buildings, but if you look at many other markets, most of the buildings are already here. Mm-hmm. So how do we make them more sustainable? How do we make those spaces more efficient? And we are not just talking about office buildings. We see this in healthcare. We see this in the gyms, in schools.
In homes as well?
Yes, definitely.
So can you save, for example, energy with this?
Sorry?
Can you save energy with such as analysis?
So let me give you one example of our customer, which is one of the largest owners of real estate in Denmark. They have 15 billion euros under portfolio, and we've digitalized a quarter of their portfolio. And thanks to our occupancy data that we collect in real time on how a space is being used and occupied, we are able to channel it to the building management systems. There are many providers that are already established that do the controls, and this leads to energy saving at a moment when we see in real time that a certain meeting room is not being occupied. So the HVAC can be shut down for a moment, and it leads to energy savings, but also it leads to a more healthy and well-being environment for people, because it's being more tailored towards those employees.
So can it lead also to a better usage of the buildings? I like the example that the empty garages can be used by public.
Absolutely. We have a great example of company Deloitte, who is using our technology, and they managed to fit into 200 parking spots that used to be assigned to top management. They managed to democratize it and allow for thousands of people to be able to book and use the space. And it's throughout the data they actually gathered that most of the time it's not being fully occupied. Right. Because some of us are here in Dubai during the time. Why do we actually need to have a dedicated space? and it will lead towards a new type of future where the use of any type of building resource is going to be considered as a really important impact towards the sustainability.
Okay, so and the last question is about your business in Emirates.
Yes, we have a couple of clients here, both on the side of the corporate as well as real estate developers. And also we are overall targeting this region. So this Dubai Expo is actually like a market entry event for us as Spacey. But also next week, I'm going to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where we have been selected as one of the 10 companies from the world, only 2 coming from Europe, to be part of their SDAIA program, which is Saudi Data and Artificial Intelligence program. And our tech technology is going to be contributor to the buildings that are, and cities that are actually being built there.
Well, congratulations to this. It's a big thing. That was Max from Spacey.
Thank you.
Josef from Share. And Jan from Lycos. Thank you, guys. And if I'm not mistaken, we have the last panel and the last 2 companies to be presented tonight. And from the company Mycroft Mind, František Miller. And from Visioncraft, Robert Pinkas. And we should talk about artificial intelligence in your businesses, in your products. So let's start with Mycroft Mind. František.
So, thanks to be here. Mycroft Mind is the company which was established at 2007 as a spin-off from the Masaryk University. And those guys had the vision.
So you're from Brno then?
Yes, right. This
Both
is some small city,
yeah.
not so far from Praga. And because of that, they had a vision that a lot of data will come and somebody has to process it, analyze it, and get some knowledge, because this is the basic. So, and because we start with the projects with the different national grid, distribution grid operators like ČEZ, E.ON, or PRE, and we have done a lot of projects on the energy sector. So, for example, the last one was the last year for the Iberdrola. This is the Spanish company, and we had really good success. We successfully reached double the success ratio of the detection of the non-technical losses. And because of that, that's a really huge impact. And this is the one part. We are working with the large grids. But from the other point of view, we are also working with the small energy portfolios like family houses. So we are able to manage and optimize the operation of the, for example, photovoltaics with the battery storage and, for example, heating pumps, to operate on daily basis with the prediction based by the prediction of the photovoltaics by the forecast weather, and to say, okay, we can save some money at least every day if we can optimize it the behavior, the usage of the battery storage or the boiler heaters.
So, and the analysis is focused only on the grid, on energy consumption, or on what?
No, our algorithms are the data agnostic. This is the main part where we have a really good experience. But for example, we are also working with the water data. So the managing of the water and the leakage of the preparation of the, for example, water tanks to be ready at the right time. And another point of view, because our algorithms are really designed for a huge amount of data. That means the millions of the meters can collect the data and storage in our data platform, which is called Data Genie. And because of that, we can also use those algorithms really embedded. So we don't have to have really big servers in the data centers. It can also be embedded in a really small device like meters, whatever else, and prepare the data for the pre-processing and then send it to the data center really compressed and just the results of those analytics. So our goal is to have the whole ecosystem in the smart grid and the smart cities. And for example, what we are doing right now, because in the Czech Republic and increasing the cost of the energy, the prices really increase. So we are expecting that energy communities would like to share the energy, and they like to do it in the optimal way, the efficient way, that they doesn't have to produce the energy and send it over the whole the Czech Republic or the Europe. So this is our vision for next years to support the energy communities to operate it. Industrial park, office buildings, all those areas, the energy grids are ready to be optimized the efficient way, not just based by the renewables, but also based by the energy market. We can also optimize it by the spot market prices as well.
So, and do you think, do you see a space for you here in the Emirates? Because I don't think that they have such a problem with the energy prices here.
You are right, but maybe they have another issue, and if I remember right, we have some discussion about that. This is the peaks and off-peaks, and maybe they like to help it, and especially in the hot time, really hot time, and all air conditioning is running, so the optimization of the running and the switching and targeting of the level of the temperature in the rooms, meeting rooms or flats or whatever else. So we are able to optimize it because our algorithms are able to predict the behavior, not only the renewables or generations, whatever, but also the behavior of each device based by the customer usage. So they are able to learn it, how they are behave. They learn if they are using it at the morning or the evening or through the day. And they are able to adapt at least for any changes by the seasons, by the meanings of the market or whatever else. And on the end, we are able to cut the peaks in the consumption and help to optimize to operate the whole grid, that they don't have to face the troubles and the challenges with the blackouts and something like this.
Okay, so and you have already clients here, or just speaking about them?
Here, no, we don't have any client here. We just some discussions.
Okay, so were they successful? You don't know yet.
Yeah, no, not yet.
So,
thanks a lot.
So we hope it will be successful. And now Visioncraft, Robert Pinkas.
I don't.
And again, if I'm not mistaken, we heard about a similar business already, right? So what your company does?
So same as František, we are from Brno. We don't have such a wonderful and long history, but there's a lot of commonalities. Our CTO, the owner of the whole idea, how to process information at the edge, is from Masaryk University, actually. A big data and security expert. And he is in love in making efficient decisions based on data, based on information that actually can help make the cities and companies a little bit better. And the way that we are doing it is we do employ computer vision algorithms. So we do work on AI and create. We can call it big data, even though the term is sometimes misused, but there's a lot of data coming out of the sensors that we have created. Or what we're able to do is we take the existing video streams that are coming from any other cameras out in public spaces, and there's over 1 billion
of them. The thing you are analyzing are videos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're pretty much, we are your digital data eye, if you want to call it that. So what your eye is able to see, we're pretty much able to detect and then analyze and then comprehend and show in a way of alerts or in a way of statistical information.
Like what? I can imagine traffic, but it's probably not the only example.
Very good point. We did start 3 years ago on traffic. We were looking at people driving around, looking for parking space, which of course we all have experiences with. But lately we are getting into areas like quarry mining and other places where we're able to learn what is inside of quarry trucks, for instance. How big are the rocks in there that are leaving the quarries? How effective the mining operations can be. And the same way you can look at manufacturing and the efficiency of how the large machines are actually operating, or if there are any faults in the machine process. And the vision really works the same exact way. If your eye is able to see it, then you can teach it. And the way we're doing it a little differently, as you asked how different we are in this, we are employing neural networks, but we're also employing some additional unique algorithms that are able to actually learn the specifics for each sensor. So we don't pre-learn neural networks for parking, for instance, that you then put into 200 different places. Each of those neural network in different camera is relearned for that situation. So the car from 10 meters is able to be recognized the same way as a car from 5 meters, for instance. So this is the difference that we have. And the additional thing is we are trying really to process everything at the edge. So we have one sensor that doesn't send any pictures or videos back. It all processes it inside of the sensor, and then metadata leaves the sensor out. So there is no video streams, no gigabytes of data leaving. So we're trying to get to 100s or 1,000s of a footprint of additional CCTV cameras.
So, but you don't have to own the CCTVs, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
We're able to place a small device inside of a server, a room of the client, and we just enrich the already one-purpose video stream with the additional data that the person is looking for.
But to collect so many data, to analyze it, you probably need more cameras and more things which will capture the video, or not?
Well, it really depends on what you're trying to look for. If you're looking to monitor one intersection and you have a camera that is high up, you don't need anything else, honestly. If you're looking at really refined piece of machinery with 2,000 moving pieces that takes half of the football field, then you need more sensors. But the way we're trying to do it is really do not rely on huge cameras with big resolutions and tons of them. Look for something that is already out there, see what the additional data is, and is it valuable for the customer, and then provide that as a service.
And do you use also drones, or you don't need it?
No, I know Pavel and Data from Skies are looking at drones. They're very good at what they're doing at this aspect. We're trying to stay away from drones at this point. We're looking at fixed cameras, looking at fixed or movable objects.
Okay, so and your today's or future customers here in Emirates?
We came here in November for the first time. We exhibited at the International Road Federation show. This is where we found some really interesting use cases, including RTA here. We unfortunately couldn't come because I think they have some COVID considerations. They couldn't be here face to face. But we have about 3 or 4 different proof of concept that we're discussing. And we're looking for an actual company that we could work here as a partner locally, because we need local feet on the ground.
Okay, that was Robert from Visioncraft. Thank you.
Thank you.
And František from Micromind. Thank you very much, guys. And thank you all for coming today, for listening to us. As I said, I know it's not easy when the pub is so nearby. So right now, you are supposed to do some networking to mingle. So go and mingle. Thank you very much. Děkuji taky.